the collective ummah. And this calamity is a calamity that many of us don't even recognize that it's a calamity. But the Prophet ﷺ has considered a calamity and a loss for the entire nation and entire ummah collectively. And this is the passing away of two great scholars, one from Bangladesh, Shaykh al-Hadith, Maulana Shafi Sahib rahmatullah alayh. May Allah Azza wa Jal enlighten his grave, and may Allah Azza wa Jal bless him, all the work that he has done for the entire ummah. Many students studied hadith by him. He was a teacher of the hadith of Imam Bukhari rahmatullah alayhi sahih for many, many years. And he left this ummah at a very old age. And the second is the incident which happened today of one of the scholars from Syria, Halb, Sheikh Nuruddin, Dr. Nuruddin Atr, rahimahullah. He died at the age of 83, and he was known one of the great scholar of hadith of this time. And many students, many people, many great shuyukh have studied hadith under his supervision. Now, if you were to look back, this year has been a very great loss for the entire ummah. Many scholars passed away. Maulana Abdullah Sahib rahmatullah alayhi, we made an announcement a couple of weeks ago that he also passed away. And many other scholars. The reality is, Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Mawtul alimi musibatun la yujbar. That death of a scholar is such a calamity which cannot be compensated or which cannot be fulfilled. And it's a vacuum which is left for eternity. And then the Prophet ﷺ said, Mawtu qabilatin aysaru min mawti alimin. For an entire community to pass away, it's lesser of a calamity than one scholar leaving from this world. It's not that people's life has no value, but the amount of work and the amount of fitna that is stopped because of these people living on the face of this earth. And this is what Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam alluded towards in his hadith, that inna min ashrati as-sa'ati an yarfa' al-ilm wa yakthur al-jahl wa yadhhar al-jahl, in another narration. That from the signs of the day of judgment, that knowledge will be uplifted and ignorance will become the common, and ignorance will become the norm of the society. The Sahaba asked, Ya Rasulullah, how this knowledge is going to pass away or is going to be uplifted? Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, biqabdhil ulama, Allah will take away the knowledge from the ummah by taking away the scholars. Right? By taking away great scholars who have been doing great work for the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Their existence was enough to save the community and nation from the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَإِذَا لَمْ يَبْقَ عَلَى وَجْهِ الْأَرْضِ عَالِمًا اتَّخَذَ النَّاسُ رُؤُوسًا جُهَالًا فَافْتَوْا بِغَيْرِ عِلْمٍ فَضَلُّوا وَأَضَلُّوا أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. When there will be no scholars, true scholars left on the face of this earth, people will start following ignorance. And who are these ignorant people? Those people who don't have the correct knowledge, but people think that they have the knowledge. So then they will go and ask them for fatwa. And these people will give them the wrong fatwa. They will go astray and they will make others go astray. So people will deviate from the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is why, my brothers and sisters, this is a calamity that we need to acknowledge, because scholars, ulama, are leaving from this world. And the vacuum that they leave behind, there's no one to fill that vacuum. You know, no respect to any occupation, no disrespect to any professionalism of this world. But when you have one person dying in any of other fields of the world, you have many people to take on. Steve Jobs died, iPhone still continued. It's not that, okay, finish. People are buying more and more productions are coming out. More technology is being increased. One physician dies, there are many hundreds of them in line. One IT dies, there are hundreds and hundreds of them in line. But unfortunately, this is the field where no one goes towards. And this is a selection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As we have desires in our hearts for our children, for our generation to excel in all the fields of the world, the greatest desire in our hearts should be that they should excel in the ilm of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the knowledge of Quran and Sunnah. This should be the first desire of the Muslim Ummah. But unfortunately, this has come at the back, and everything else has come in the front. And that's the reality. No matter how much you deny it, but that's the reality. And with scholars, when they leave from this world, when there are no people who are possessing the knowledge of deen, then the barakah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not descend. Because these are the people who knows how to get the barakah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and how to bring the barakah of Allah azza wa jalla. So we should make dua for these scholars who have passed away. Whatever we can from our side, supplication, dua, charity that we can give on their behalf, whatever ability Allah has given us, we should do that, so at least our name is also being added into the fortune of these individuals. We ask Allah to grant us the understanding and the ability to bring this into our life. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Jazakum Allahu khairan. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.